we get to the truck, we're gonna open our hood. And we're gonna check our oil and our water. And look, our belts. We're gonna look at all of them, grab a hold of them, pull them like this, make sure everything's tight. Check your oil, make sure it's good. Climb up here and check your antifreeze. Make sure that level is good. If that's all good, looking over the engine, make sure everything looks normal. Look at your tire rod ends, both ends. Look at your spring attachments, making sure they're secure and tight. Everything looks good on this side. Same thing over here. Make sure your tire rods are good. Your steering linkage is good. Your brakes, the rest of that, your spring hanger attachments are all secure. Look like nothing broke. That's what you want it to be. And then we're going to start our truck and air the trailer up. And turn our headlights on and our four-ways on. We're going to check all of that stuff. And our tires. We're going to release the trailer brakes. We're going to push the red button in. Making sure that the yellow button is pulled out, your tractor brakes are working properly, so the truck does not roll. We're going to come back and start checking our tires. And you're looking at the suspension. And while we're right here, we want to make sure all these attachments are right, plugged in, and hose is not dragging, and everything looks correct. And move back to your trailer, making sure that the oil level is correct in every wheel. Because if the oil is not in there, the wheel bearing will burn out and the wheel will come off, possibly causing a serious injury or accident. It has a line on it. There's two lines, an add and a fill line. And you make sure it's always at the full line. And then you're going to check your tires and looking at your suspension bolts and making sure that these fasteners are all tight. All the way through the trailer, do the same thing repeatedly. Wipe the wheels, look. Looking at the bolts, wipe the wheels, look. Check the tires, look. Wipe the wheels. Look at that. Look at that. Make sure everything's right. You want to do this side the same way. Just keep checking the suspension, wiping the wheels and make sure the levels are right. Check your tires. It's all good. Just keep looking at your oil levels, make sure they're correct. Your wheels. Shut the motor, put the truck in reverse, turn the motor off, and then you want to turn the key back on so that you can hear, make sure all the horns are working. And your construction backup lights are all working. You see that the lights are working up there. They're working on the truck, working on the trailer. Our whiz lights, our construction tail lights are all working. Our four-ways are blinking. Our other lights are blinking. All our marker lights are working. We're going to pull down the hand valve. Halfway or part way, wherever it takes. And then we're going to go back and check if our brake lights working. To make sure our brake lights are working properly on both sides of the trailer. Then we're going to go back to the front and open the tailgates up and look at our belt and make sure it's working properly. We've opened the tailgate on the trailer and engaged the belt. Also looking, make sure we have no oil leaks up at the front. As you see the belts turning, this is a new one, so there's no damage. We're looking for tears, rips, holes, the Z-bars where they're riveted, if the rivets are pulling through. If you start to see some of this, you need to call dispatch